Hello, my Zentangle friends. This is Barbara Langston, CZT, Certified Zentangle Teacher, and I hope you're doing well. This is the end of the Thanksgiving weekend for us here in the United States. I'm happy to say I don't think I gained any weight, but I ate a lot more than I needed to, which is just tradition. But one thing I want to do today is a little bit different. I'm going to show how I've done a couple of Christmas cards. These are just simple cards. My sister and my niece both asked me to make some cards that they could send out. And so I'm going to show you these that just use the patterns Holly and Ah. They're very simple to do, but it'll take some different supplies than usual. You can just get cardstock. That's all this is. And fold it. This one is 4 inches by 5.5 inches. You could do 4 by 6. This one is 5 by 3.5. And I bought these off of Amazon. They have a deckled edge and they come with an envelope. And here's the envelope. And then this one came from a Zentangle friend. So I'm just using the supplies that I have on hand. For what I'm going to do today, of course, you're going to need something to draw on. This one is kind of a cream color that I'm going to use this time. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that in half. I am going to be using a circle maker. Okay. And as far as my pens, I have a variety of pens here. You could use black. I'm going to actually, on this one, be using gray, green, and red. I have these Statler fine tip pens that those would work really well. Your, like I say, Zentangle, I have a variety of colors there. I'm going to be using gold jelly roll and Wink of Stella. This is something that I was introduced to this by Kelly Barone, and it is just a very fine, kind of a liquid glitter. I don't know if you can see that. Just a very fine glitter, and this one is clear. And so I'm just going to use that to add a little bit of glitter onto my snowflakes that I'm going to make. Okay, so I'm going to do first this holly pattern. I have taught that before, and it's really easy. It's just a grid. And so I'm going to start by figuring out what size of little Christmas ball I want to put on here. This one that I have is that size, which is, sorry, let me flip this over, which is a 3-inch circle. If you had a protractor, you could use that. I'm always confused. Protractor, I think is right. Okay, so I'm going to use this 3-inch circle, and I'm going to put it a little bit down because I'm going to put the top of the Christmas ball on there. And actually, I think this time I'm going to try the outline using this first. So I'm going to hold that down. And then just very carefully I'm actually going to go around twice. And there I have my Christmas ball to start with. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use my green micron. And I'm just going to draw a grid now. So let's just go straight down. However it is that it's easiest for you to draw a grid. I think I'm going to stick with that other color. Sorry about that. That's the first time I've tried that one. So let's go over that one with this green. Okay. And now I'm going to put two more lines across here. So I'm trying to just kind of eyeball it as far as how to divide it. We're not looking for perfection. So I'm going to go about that same distance here. And across here. Okay. And now I'm going to do the same thing going in this direction. First, divide it down the middle. We're hoping for squares. If they're not perfect, it doesn't matter. I like to turn mine. One across there. Okay. I'm not going to worry about putting another line down here. Okay, so this pattern is basically a fragment. Okay, it's just that one little square with that kind of diamond shape inside, and that's super easy to do. I'm going to start in one of these center ones, and I'm going to do my first line and my second line. It just helps me to keep this as one kind of a flower pattern. And do your lines from corner to corner. Don't try to start all the way over here and make a straight line because I don't have a perfect grid. And then the next thing you're going to do is just make these little kind of a diamond shape, I guess. I'm not sure what to call that. Let's zoom in a little bit. Just out to a point. It looks like it's kind of going towards that corner and then back down. Now I'm going to turn it. Do the same thing here and here. Okay. And then I'm just going to continue to add these holly patterns. This one's just going to keep going across here. We're not going to see the end of that one. And then let's go across here, here. I'm going to go back and do my center part. Of course, that one's going off. Turn your tile to be more comfortable. Okay. So now let's do one in this area. Corner to corner. Corner to corner. when this starts getting filled up, I do find, like I said, that it's easier for me to do one block of 4 here at a time so I don't get confused. Turn and do this other side. Okay. Jump up to this one. Okay. Put our petals. I guess this is actually like leaves, not necessarily petals. Turn. And you don't have to do these green, but since Holly is a green leaf, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to go across here and then back across here. Okay. These lines will just keep going pretty much straight across this grid. Every other row. Okay. So we're going to go over here and do this one now. So following that. And then turn. Do your others. Okay. All right. It looks like a very dark green on the screen, almost looks black, but it is very much a Christmassy green. And this paper is kind of a cream color. Turn. Always turning your tile to keep your hand comfortable. Okay. Remembering this, we're going to keep this line going. Let's help us to keep this going right. And then this line coming this way. Okay, just a couple more to go. This one. And this one. Okay, so that's our first step on each of these. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm not going to use graphite because this is the card that someone will be handling. And so I'm just going to go ahead and use the pen that I have and just add a little bit of hatching in the tips of each of these. Okay. You don't need much, but it does make a difference. If you're just doing this on a tile and you're not giving it as a gift, as a card, then you can just go ahead and use your graphite pencil. I probably would have used a pastel pencil, but again, that could get very messy on a card. Okay, just keep adding a little bit of hatching in each of these. Okay, then I'm going to turn it and this direction. This repeating the same thing is, to me, what's very zenful, very relaxing. I do enjoy the easy patterns. Okay, we're almost done with this part. Okay, again, here's the top. And the next thing that we're going to do is add these little balls. Now, you can, I'm going to go ahead and use my Statler on this again. And in the corners of each of these, we're going to put the little balls. So I'm going to bring these out just a little bit. Now, you can do them just an open circle like this. All right. Or you can go ahead and fill them in. And that's how I'm going to do these. Wherever we have this cross section of the grid, that's where we're going to put our little balls, orbs, whatever you want to call it. Really adds a nice pop of color. I did this for a Christmas ornament, and with my video that I did last week, there's a link to that video if you're interested. I'll try to remember to leave a link in the description that's below the video. These are not perfect little balls, and they're not all the same size. But if we want perfection, we can go to the store and buy cards that are done in a graphics program. Okay. I think we got them all. All right. So now I'm going to add the little top of the Christmas ball. And I did that with a gold jelly roll pen. And after I do this, I have to remember not to touch anything. So I'm just going to go up, over. It's kind of a curve, and back down. And then I'm going to curve back around at the top. Now you could just fill this in. I'm just going to put these little lines back down and fill in the top. Okay. Now I need to remember not to touch that. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just 4 little snowflakes that are kind of a variation of the pattern Ah. And I did these in gray because I didn't want to do them in black. And then I put the wink of Stella on top. Okay. And then down here on this one, I had a metallic green Jelly Roll pen. And so I went around this in that metallic green, and then I put little dots of the Jelly Roll there. Okay. So I'm hoping that's dry. Okay, so this is the gray that I'm going to use. And the first one that I'm going to do is, like I say, these are all kind of variations of ah. So I'm going to come to the center. I'm going to leave an opening in the center. Again, trying not to touch that gold. You can make these as large or as small as you'd like. All right. And then I'm going to put small ones in between each of these. Okay. I'm going to put just an open little orb at the end of each of these. Okay. And then I'm going to put like these little V's going up each of these. You can do this with a silver Jelly Roll pen. My problem with those is they're just not a very fine tip. So that's why I'm doing it this way and adding the wink of Stella. I do believe that comes in some different colors like silver, gold, and clear. And the one I have is clear. So I can use it on top of anything. All right. I'm not going to do anything else with that one. I'm going to let it dry and then do my next one. For this one, I'm going to do, this had 8 little points. This one's going to have 6, and we're going to go all the way across. We're going to kind of make an X. And then one across here. I always struggle with getting these even, but it's okay. I'm going to put an orb at the end of each of these. If you look like on Pinterest for snowflake drawings or just, search for it, there's all kinds of ideas out there. I think I'm going to go ahead and put another on each of these. And then we're going to put a little dot in between each one. Okay, so there's our second little snowflake. In this corner, I'm going to do the 6 points again. Okay, and then in between each of these points, I'm going to put a little heart. I thought that was a cute idea. I think I have smeared that a little bit, but it's okay. I probably should wait to the very end to do that part. All right, so we're going to go this and put a little dot at the end. So here's our little V's. Little dot at the end. All right, so there's our third little snowflake. And I think I'm going to put a little dot in between on these also. This helps to fill it in a little bit. Okay, there's that one. And one more. And this one's also going to have the 6 points. So across. Okay. And then in between on each one of these, we're going to put a little upside down V. So we're putting a little star in the center. All right. We're going to put a little dot in the center of each little star, or a little diamond shape there. And then we're going to do our little V's going up again with a little dot on the end. I just really like how these simple lines can make a pretty little snowflake. Very easy to do. Okay. And as we did with our others, just a little dot here. All right, so let me zoom out just a tiny bit. And there's our card. Now I'm going to put the wink of Stella on here and shake it up. Has a little ball inside. And then there's a button here that says push. If you don't have anything showing in this little barrel, but I've got enough in mine. And I can kind of show you on the back of this one again, that it just leaves a little bit of glitter. So you don't have to fill the whole thing in if you don't want to. Maybe just put some glitter in the middle. Okay. You could just come down the lines. Add a little glitter on the end. And then just like with the gel pen, once you've done this, try to keep your hands off. I just love adding sparkle. And I had forgotten about this wink of Stella until one of my followers mentioned it. I thought, well, that's perfect timing. Okay, one more. Color each of my little hearts. A little bit of sparkle down each line. All right, there you go. And I will put something on the outside of the envelope I'll probably do something like this on the envelope that goes with this one. This one is just Holly with Ah, and then I drew a couple of little ornaments and Christmas trees. So there's a couple of ideas for you. And then the two go together. And have a cute little card. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. And when I do my next card, I'll do another video, and hopefully I'll have several ideas that you can use this week for making some Christmas cards. All right, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a great week, and please subscribe and please hit the like button if you've enjoyed this. It really is important for YouTube channels to have those likes, and so I would appreciate that very much. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.